What is up, you guys? I'm Charmx, and today I'm going to be reacting to Black Panther vs. Batman, Marvel vs. DC, Death Battle by Screw Attack. Now, I do not know what to expect. I do not know what to expect at all. This is the first time I'm ever going to be reacting to a Screw Attack Death Battle video. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be interesting. And with that being said, the original link's in the description. Is this going to be kind of like, I don't know. I do not know what to expect. All I know is that it's Marvel versus DC, or, you know, Black Panther versus Batman. So I do not know what to expect. Anyway, with that being said, the original link's in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to Screw Attack. Without any further ado, let's begin. And yes, I'm wearing my sweater because it's friggin' freezing down here.
Predators. These fearsome beasts strike fear into the hearts of many.
Well, sometimes they strike an awe, but yeah, mostly fear.
And these two superheroes embody the fear of specific predators to an extreme.
Batman, the genius crime fighter from DC Comics.
So are they, I don't know, like, are they gonna be just, like, comparing what the two superheroes can do and, like, you know, discerning who could win a fight or something?
And Black Panther, Marvel's royal warrior scientist.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Okay, they are doing what I thought. Wasn't there a show on, like, the Discovery Channel years ago where they would take, like, a samurai warrior versus a pirate or something, and then they would take the weapons that they use, and then they would do kind of like a tally, and then by the end of it, they would tell you who would win in a fight. Is that what this is? Because it really seems like it.
A death battle. Before he was the Black Panther, before he was a king, T'Challa was born the Prince of Wakanda.
Waka, where now?
Wakanda is an isolated fictional nation hidden somewhere in Africa. But while Wakanda itself is shrouded in secrecy, T'Challa was anything
Wait a minute. I think there we go.
but isolated.
He's been pretty much everywhere, but especially anywhere with a good university.
After earning numerous degrees from Harvard, Oxford, Berkeley, and MIT, T'Challa came home.
His net worth is $90.7 trillion. Oh my goodness. I did not know that. That's crazy. 90.7 trillion. What, the richest man ever? Is it Jeff Bezos or something from Amazon? Is worth, like, I think he must be worth around 100 billion or something, which is insane. And this guy is worth 90.7 trillion. Oh my goodness, that's almost what, 1,000 times more or something?
His father, Wakanda's king and then current Black Panther, had been assassinated, and a new ruler needed to be named.
But to claim the throne, he'd have to claw his way through the rite of passage.
This would be a test of fortitude, designed to stress T'Challa's bravery, fearlessness, and combat prowess.
Also known as beating the crap out of 6 super deadly fighters. But hey, T'Challa wasn't just a nerdy brainiac, he could fight too, and he passed with flying colors.
Earning the throne and the blessings of Wakanda's guardian deity, Bast, the Panther God.
But he had to nab some superpowers first, so he went through the ritual of the heart-shaped herb.
This herb connected T'Challa to the Panther God, and that link bestowed him numerous superhuman abilities.
Who knew getting high could turn you into a superhero?
T'Challa's new powers included superhuman speed, strength, healing, and agility. His senses also dramatically increased in acuity. Not only can he see in the dark, but his superior vision can even make out infrared and ultraviolet light.
I'm calling it right now. I think he can beat Batman. Because although he is similar to Batman in the fact that they're extremely wealthy, I mean, Batman doesn't have superpowers. Batman doesn't have superpowers. He just has, like, crazy technology. And Black Panther has, like, superpowers.
So, like, the powers of a cat?
Yes and no. While cats do have exceptional eyesight, they cannot see infrared or UV light, though it is a common misconception that they can.
Well, just like a cat, he can always land on his feet thanks to his other super senses.
Specifically, his vastly improved kinesthetic sense.
Which is, definitely a sense for something.
Kinesthetic senses make up a person's awareness of their own movement, like muscle memory, but in a broader scope.
Oh, like how we can walk up steps without looking at them.
Yes.
You really just have the Wilhelm scream there? Why? Why?
Or when I shoot my shotgun with my eyes closed.
No.
So Black Panther's super sense lets him move and act without having to think about it too much. He can jump across tree branches and ledges without even looking. Hey Wiz, how do I become king of Wakanda? Those powers sound cool as hell.
I don't know, Boomstick. Everyone...
Yeah, so I'm not familiar with this channel, but I'm kind of liking it so far. I'm kind of digging it. I mean, it really does remind me of that Discovery show, which I don't even have Discovery. I don't even have cable, right? I just have Netflix and YouTube. But it was on the Discovery Channel, I believe, because I was at a friend's house, and I believe I saw it there, where they compare, like, old-timey warriors from different parts of the world versus each other, kind of like that. And then they discern who would win. And this is very similar. And I dig it.
Knows you're terrible at keeping secrets, and Wakanda houses one of the biggest secrets in comic book history.
You talking about how Black Panther married Storm from the X-Men?
I'm talking about Wakanda's enormous reserves of vibranium.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff Captain America's indestructible shield is made of.
That's right. 10,000 years ago, a large meteorite of vibranium crashed in Wakanda.
And they hoarded it all to themselves. And I don't blame them.
Vibranium is an extremely durable metal which can absorb audio and kinetic energy. A single gram sells for $10,000 US.
Alright, that explains why the guy's worth 90 trillions.
And Wakanda's vibranium mound is estimated to be 10,000 tons. That's over $9 billion.
Okay, that doesn't explain it. That does not explain why he's worth so much, then. If it's only worth 9 billion and he's worth 90 trillion, where did the other money come from?
They're rich. Super rich. With all that wealth, Wakanda became a techno-marvel decades ahead of the rest of the world. They were exploring outer space years before the US and Russia even tried.
So why is this important? Well, as King of Wakanda, T'Challa has unlimited access to all of his country's resources.
That suit of his doesn't just look cool, it's made.
Oh, he's the king. Man, I freaking missed that part. He's the king, so of course, okay, that explains his wealth.
Made of vibranium.
The Panther habit is coated in a vibranium microwave mesh. This doesn't just block incoming attacks, it can literally rob them of their momentum. For example, bullets don't bounce off, they stop dead and fall straight down. Their kinetic energy absorbed into the suit.
Even the shells from a helicopter-mounted minigun can't even phase him.
He carries energy daggers, a shield of hardened light, a teleportation device, and claws.
Which are made of a special Antarctic version of vibranium called anti-metal. Guess why it's called that? Because it can melt other metals. What can't this suit do?
Well, the vibranium weave does have a limit.
Can't we just call the winner already? Can't we just call the winner? I think we all know it's Black Panther. Because Batman, although I like Batman, I love the freaking video games too. But, I mean, Batman can't do any of this stuff, really. Black Panther, I think is gonna win this hands down. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think Black Panther's gonna win this.
Limit to how much energy it can absorb all at once. If it takes in too much, it could wind up expelling said energy in a, well, destructive fashion.
Oh, God! But don't worry, he's fine, somehow.
Under T'Challa's leadership, Wakanda has warded off many would-be invaders. Even with Dr. Doom, Namor, and Ulysses Claw charging in, Wakanda was never truly conquered.
They even stopped an alien invasion, and hey, nobody's ever ready for one of those.
In addition, T'Challa has studied every major martial art, of which there are about 160. He's considered one of the
Really? There are over 100 martial arts? I did not know that. Like, the ones I'm familiar with, you got, like, what, Jiu-Jitsu, Karate, Krav Maga. Then you got, like, kickboxing. Then you also have MMA. Well, that's like 5. What are the rest? You got, what, Judo, maybe? Friggin', I don't know. There's 100, though? Like, 100, I could understand maybe 20. But 100, that's kind of crazy.
Finest hand-to-hand fighters in the world.
He's beat the shit out of Captain America, Iron Man, and Daredevil. Hell, he once knocked out Karnak, who's also one of the world's finest martial artists, with just one hit.
He is incredibly strong and can jump well over 30 feet.
He can even throw spears through stone walls.
Typically for construction like this, a substantially hard stone would be used, such as granite. With this in mind, T'Challa must have thrown the spear hard enough to hit the wall with a force of over 20,000 pounds per square inch.
Yeah, and the guy is literally strong enough to punch your jaw off.
Then why are we even comparing him to Batman? Because Batman's just a normal person with a lot of money and a lot of extra time on his hands. Black Panther is, you know, basically superhuman. There's no comparison. There's no comparison.
He can outrun traffic and is said to be faster than a Panther, which can run around 50 miles per hour. He's quick enough to pull a fast one on Wolverine.
Whoa, hold on! Did he just take out 5 X-Men by throwing another X-Man at him?
Yes, he did. However, under that amazing suit, he is still human.
Barely! I mean, he's got superpowers, so that is barely human. Once you have superpowers, you're moving up, you know? You're moving up in the world.
Even with the Panther God's power, he's still prone to failure. This has even caused him to relinquish those powers in the past. And like with kinetic energy, the suit can only take so many intensely focused sound blasts before overloading.
Still, the Black Panther is badass. He's got the tech, the skills, and the country to prove it.
Claw, do you have any children?
No.
Good, because I would have to kill them too.
Throughout the
So now are we looking at Batman or something?
underworld of Gotham City, one name strikes fear into the hearts of even the most hardened of criminals.
The God Batman! You know who he is, the billionaire Bruce Wayne, and it ain't his first battle to the death.
I love Batman. I love Batman. And like the video games of Batman, I love them so much. They're so fun. But, you know, comparing him to Black Panther, there's no comparison. Batman's obviously gonna lose. Why even bother making this video? We know who's gonna win.
Pretty much, though don't mistake his intentions. Vengeance may sound dramatic and all, but in truth, Batman fights crime in an attempt to save others from suffering the same kind of tragedy he experienced as a child.
How noble, and ironic considering he was taught to be a badass by a group called the League of Assassins.
Well, he dresses like a bat.
Look at his net worth is only 9.2 billion. He's freaking broke compared to a Black Panther. 9.2 billion. So that's, you know, that's a reasonable net worth because, you know, people in today's world, you know, he'd be up there at the top. But compared to Black Panther, he's homeless compared to Black Panther.
Sleeps with a cat burglar and constantly brings children into battle. So he's clearly got a few complicated issues.
But let's see what he can really do. Bats is really, really smart and considered one of the best tacticians on Earth. No wonder he's always welcome at the Justice League, even though he doesn't have any superpowers at all.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
He's a rich guy in a bat costume.
Sure, he's intelligent, but he's also incredibly deadly.
He was trained to be a ninja who's a master of infiltration and silent takedown, so sounds about right.
Bruce has studied every martial art known to man. After perfecting full body control at the age of 18, he was able to quickly learn and master at least 127 of them, including Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, and boxing.
It's not every day you can find someone who can literally take you down in 127 different ways.
He's also touted as the world's greatest detective, and with good reason.
He's like Sherlock Holmes on steroids. He once figured out that an opponent didn't have a tongue just by the way their jaw bounced off his knuckles. There's being a detective, and then there's being Batman.
And all that's before his handy-dandy utility belt, filled to the brim with all sorts of useful gadgets and gizmos.
But he doesn't have any superpowers. He doesn't have any superpowers. Black Panther is going to win this battle. Meme review.
A lot of which are thanks to his family business, Wayne Enterprises. From steel mills to airlines to record labels, this company does it all. And that means Batman has it all too.
According to Forbes, Wayne's net worth thanks to his company adds up to $9.2 billion US.
With that much cash, he can afford any kind of weapon he wants.
Yeah, well, friggin' Black Panther's worth, what, $90 trillion? He can afford like 1,000 times better weapons and material and whatnot than Bruce can, because Bruce is essentially homeless at this point.
Grappling hooks, smoke pellets, cryo and thermite grenades, and of course, the batarangs.
Originally designed as a boomerang weapon, Wayne eventually molded his batarangs into custom shurikens, some of which are outfitted with electric shocks, flash bulbs, and explosives.
And last but not least, don't forget his bat suit. It can resist fire, electricity, and bladed attacks, and is almost totally bulletproof thanks to a Kevlar vest sewn into it.
Plus, his cowl sports night infrared and UV vision.
But Bats is more than just a tech wizard. This guy bench presses 1,000 pounds in his everyday workout. 1,000 pounds!
1,000 pounds in his everyday workout. Wow, he must be compensating for something.
I thought this guy didn't have any superpowers.
He doesn't. The current bench press world record is actually slightly higher at 1,075 pounds, solidly placing Wayne at peak human levels. This idea generally applies to him in pretty much every area, physically and mentally. He's strong enough to break through walls, rip apart car parts, and pull out prison bars. He's quick enough to avoid gunfire and even Darkseid's nearly unavoidable Omega beams. In his strongest suits, he's even tough enough to take a hit from Superman.
Yeah, if Brucey ever enters the Olympics, everyone else might as well rage quit. Same difference, really.
That's not to say he's invincible.
True. Whenever the Justice League gets in a fight with some big bads, he usually has to keep his distance.
He's also somewhat mentally unstable and prone to lashing out. However, he knows this. It's one of the main reasons why he refuses to carry firearms.
That's a bummer. Those are my favorite types of arms. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, with freaking Batman versus Bane, Bane almost won. Bane almost won. Spoiler alert. So, I mean, and Bane doesn't have superpowers, he's just freaking strong. Bane just goes to the gym 5 days a week and eats a protein bar. And he almost beats Batman, so how do you expect Batman to beat freaking Black Panther? It doesn't make sense. It won't happen!
They'll help him next time Bane tries to break his back.
But of all his traits, Bruce Wayne's strongest attribute is his sheer unstoppable tenacity. Even after being drugged by the Joker after days without sleep, put in a straitjacket, locked in a coffin, and buried alive 6 feet underground, he refused to die.
It takes a lot to take down the Batman.
What the hell are you? I'm Batman.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
There was no debate, The winner is very clear.
But first, all this talk of animals has made me think about eating some with Blue Apron.
Wait, so is this an animation they did?
To challenge a king is to face the might of—
Oh, so they're actually gonna fight or something? I was not expecting that. I thought they're just gonna, you know, declare the winner and then end it, which is what I think they should have done. Because there's an obvious winner and it's freaking Black Panther.
of his people.
I'll give them something to fear.
I guess this is basically exactly like the show on Discovery. I think it was Discovery, but anyway, the show where they compare the fighters from way back in the day or whatnot. It's almost exactly like it, because in the show they would compare stats and whatnot, and then they would actually kind of reenact it, and then they would show the winner that way. So did Screw Attack get the idea of doing this from the show, or did the show on Discovery get the idea from Screw Attack? Great choice of music. I mean, you could just end it right here. Like, it's so obvious who's gonna win. Now it's Batman versus the Lion. Who's gonna win?
Witness the power of a king.
I mean, it's so obvious who's gonna win. It's so obvious. Do we even need to see the rest of this?
Playtime is over. What the? Try again.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have to censor that. He just like... Oh my goodness! I mean, I think we knew that Black Panther was gonna win, but why did you have to include that? He just like, you know, and no more head. That was insane. Oh my goodness! Did that just happen, or did I just think I saw that? No. That actually just happened. Are you kidding me? Yo, why would you include this in the video? That's insane. I can't believe I just saw that. I mean, obviously Black Panther was gonna win by a long shot, but come on, man. Come on, give Batman the respect he deserves.
And my rule is law. KO!
I cannot believe I just saw that. I cannot believe I just saw that. I mean, that was crazy. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. As I said, I've never seen a screw attack video before, but I'm really glad I have, because this was awesome. This was awesome. Definitely the end battle. And I'm gonna have to censor it, because that was, yeah, a little bit too much graphic for YouTube. But at the same time, that was crazy. And I mean, there wasn't even a comparison. Obviously, Black Panther was gonna win. Freaking Batman is just a martial artist who's very wealthy and has way too much time on his hands. That's all that Batman really is. And although I love Batman so much, it was really clear to see Black Panther was gonna... Well, I didn't see that was gonna happen, but, you know, Black Panther was definitely gonna, win the battle. Anyway, though, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want me to react to more of these, because like, I'm not sure if I will. It depends if you guys want me to. If you want me to, make sure to let me know in the comments. And if you like this, give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend if you're new, and subscribe to join the family. And also make sure to go subscribe to Screw Attack. The link's in the description. And with that being said, see you guys next time. Boop.